Is it something you think that you guys didn't do enough of, or is it just credit to him figuring it out?
Well, I think the communication on the bench coming into timeouts was just make sure that we made it tough on him. Obviously, we have the depth. He's their primary scorer. If he doesn't score, I don't know, a certain amount of points, they're not as successful. And, then when we try to close in, he starts making some even tougher ones. So for us, it's just about maintaining body contact on him and just not allowing him just to play free. He's just up there just dribbling a bunch of times out of a possession. And, for us, you could ball watch easily as a defender. You could not block out that guy because those guys are prepared for him dribbling a bunch of times and shooting up those shots. But, for us, we have to stay disciplined and giving them one shot per possession. And, when you're doing that in a 6-point game and then it goes to an 8-point or 9-point game and then the game slows down, and then you're on defense pretty consistent because you're not making as many shots, and you probably lose your focus on that end. But that guy's coming at you again, so it was clear as day. He was just keep coming at us, trying to get the matchup. But for us, it's just about taking the challenge, make sure we have that communication.
Sounds like kind of a mental match, because you guys have the talent.
Yeah, we have the talent, but it's not enough in this league, man. It's not enough. For us, it's just about making sure that we're doing the little things. I was talking to our big, a couple of our guys, a couple of our veterans, and just making sure that we stay on our young guys as well as us, having the responsibility of doing the little things, boxing out, just limiting those guys to 1 shot per possession. They're a great team, but you limit them to 1 shot, those long rebounds, those leak outs, those little things that they get to allow them to score 120+ points. You take away some of those things, the game becomes a lot harder for them. And the game got hard for them, but it's just maintaining that and being able to sustain it throughout the whole game.
You guys had some really strong stretches defending the three-point line, but then they had some moments where they hit some in bunches. How would you assess just overall what you guys did defensively defending the three-point line?
Oh, we did. I felt like we could have been there a little bit more, but even then, making them miss, we still weren't coming up with those rebounds that we needed in order to kind of start the fast break. Long shots that they take. Any Mike D'Antoni team, they're taking long shots and they're going to be long rebounds. But when you have guys that do little things such as P.J. Tucker and Clint Capella, they're keeping the basketball alive for those guys, and they're getting multiple possessions. And then you're closing out to shooters as you come from trying to get the ball. Eric Gordon, Gerald Green, these guys are still just jacking them up. They have the ultimate fluorescent green light to shoot any shot they want. It's clear. So, we just got to stay disciplined against a team like that.
Kyrie, when you go to the bench, the offense has kind of struggled. Is there anything that you want to see from the units that you haven't been seeing when you're not on the floor like that?
I just try to exude as much confidence, just in whoever's out there. I think that the next step for us is just knowing that there are other opportunities for you to be a basketball player other than having the ball in your hands. You don't need the ball to just dribble and shoot a fadeaway every single time. You can cut back door, you can screen for your teammate. There are other things to help an offense flourish rather than just standing out on the perimeter. I think sometimes we get stagnant. Even when I'm out there, sometimes we just, so I'll crash the offensive glass, or I'll screen in here, or fade, or I'll play the dunker spot just so we have balance. So just our knowledge of the game and our IQ playing against teams like this. It's hard to scheme against a systemless team like this. They just run around, but offensively, when you have a switching group, I take it for when teams play against us pretty often, they switch. So they try to keep us out of the paint. And in doing that, they're late. Some teams get very lazy on their switches, and we don't take advantage of it. Just not hard cuts or not hard screens. I keep harping on it. It's just those little things that matter of just going from, a 4-point game to a 2-point game and 1-point game, and you're physical on offense and defense, and you're able to dictate how you want the game to run and manage. So they managed the game pretty well tonight.
Rivers hits that buzzer beater, and then Nene starts out with a 3. You're down 3, and then suddenly you're down 9. It just seems like it's going to be debilitating when guys have played so hard